here, though, we have Minigun against BeastyQT on Daybreak.
It's going to be fun.
This is sick, bro, because we're both T and P.
I know.
So
now we're going to drop knowledge bombs.
We're going to drop knowledge bombs. Like
and
crazy.
if you say something wrong about gas, I'm going to correct you on it.
Okay.
Because here I know my gas timings.
I know my gas timings too, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody.
Especially with Terran, I know my gas. It's so important, Rotterdam, to know your gas timings. Okay.
It's so true. Minigun is, of course, the Protoss on the left bottom side of this map. He's going for the 9 scout. Beastie loves to open no gas, fast expand, and follow it up with 2 racks. I think we're going to see standard bioplay out of Beastie. In the past, Beastie sometimes have pulled off crazy strategies, like Marine Tor Banshee is something that he displayed not too long ago in the IPL team leagues. Xlev really wants to play.
Dude, that's how he does his life, man. He's like a go-getter. He's a go-getter. But
yeah, like even in between the games, guys, you guys couldn't read, of course, the chat that we have going on. But X is like, hey, coach, put me in, coach. X really wants to play.
He's eager, man. He's eager to showcase his skills. Definitely a great player. But Rotterdam, what's your favorite builds to do in PvT? As we already see a command center first, by the way.
Yeah, or he's gonna
No, he's CC first.
He's just checking? No, he's just hiding the SCV for a little bit. I like to go Nexus first on any map that's relatively big. And on Daybreak, I think you can actually get away with Nexus first. Then I like to open up with Twilight. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's better. It's just it's just something you prefer. Some people prefer to open up with Colossus. Some people prefer the Twilight console openings. I like the Twilight console openings.
Oh, me too, man. It's so much more abusive, I think.
Yeah, and it just feels comfortable when you have like 7, 8 gates. You know that you're not going to die to anything.
Exactly.
It's going to be all good.
And you can actually get huge advantages by taking out, you know, obviously the medevacs full of units.
And you know what I really love? That you can get an observer so you see their gas timings.
Yeah. That's so important, bro. Because normally the Colossus is in the robotics. Don't take that back, Rotterdam.
No, I'm serious. I know. I was joking about the gas timings, but I am serious. It's very nice when you play a Twilight Gunster or like a Gateway heavy style, because that means that you can use your robotics facilities for a lot of observers. So if you have 3, 4 observers on the map, you're never going to get dropped. You know exactly what's going on. You know what army he has. And most importantly, you see the gas timings.
Well, dude, if you see 4 really fast gases before command center, you know, oh, this idiot's going to do some sort of 2-base all-in on me. I'm just going to prepare for that, you know? Of course, we're talking from the Protoss side. Normally, Protoss needs all 4 gas, but we have seen styles that actually incorporate just getting 2 gases or sometimes even 3 gases and getting your 3rd base off of that.
I like how Minigun scouted what's going on and realized that he doesn't need to open up with a Zettel, just try to drop that Nexus as soon as possible. So he skipped the units and he's just going to open up with a Stalker. Most likely we'll run it across the map and put it on the Selnaga Watchtower, hoping that he won't allow BeastyQT to scout anything. But Beastie already has an SCV in the top side of the map. That's very good. Because you don't want to be stuck in this moment like, oh, I want to scout, but there's a Stalker at my entrance. Now I can't scout anymore.
And it's a double scout, which is so important. So he's almost ensured himself that he will get a for sure scout. Now, if he's playing against someone like your teammate, who is TT1, you have to be worried about something like a double expand, actually. TT1 has been known to do stuff like that. Now, it's good. He still sees the Nexus. That's what he gets from that. He doesn't know any other implications. Could have been a robotics facility directly after that. 3 gates, 4 gates, 6 gates, Twilight Council.
Wow,
double forge even.
Oh,
God.
No. Wow, Minigun. I don't think he's going to see it.
He's going to see it. He's going to see it.
Oh, he is going to see it.
Oh, wow. Such an unfortunate. Do you know what this messes up? Gas timings for BeastyQT. Look back at his base right now. How many gases does he have, Rotterdam?
0.
0, because he was saving up so much to get that command center. He's still going to get it.
Yeah, he's still going to drop the command center, but this is going to give Minigun such a nice feeling. He's just going to know, okay, you delayed everything. I don't have to worry. Wow. Beastie, what on earth are you doing? He's opening up with 4 command centers.
Because, you know, I see this on ladder all the time when, you know, my opponents are actually...
I never see this on the...
No. Well, I shouldn't say all the time, but I see quick 3rd bases, actually. Terrans are really, really cheeky. And they'll get quick 3rd bases. And as soon as I see that, I'll actually go for that standard, like, Squirtle push, where you just get, you know, 3 Colossus super fast and a ton of Stalkers, knowing that my opponent has no capabilities of getting enough Vikings because they don't have enough gas. They didn't mine early enough.
It is true. Minigun right now is 8 workers ahead, and he's making the correct read. Of course, we can see that BC rebuilt the first command center immediately in the main base. Minigun could not see that, but he's making the proper read, realizing that it would be very awkward for BC to suddenly throw down refineries and still go for that, even though he had a triple orbital build planned. I like what BC is doing again, thinking ahead, like, hey, Minigun is probably going to drop a third Nexus. You know what? I'm just going to go 4 command centers.
Yeah.
And this game is going to spiral out of control because both players are going to have an insane economy. So hopefully we have some sick fights.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for BeastyQT still because he has a lot of like tough reads actually.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to know what his opponent is capable of doing. Obviously, just the range is extremely high, especially when you go something unorthodox, where I think BeastyQT hasn't really practiced, so he doesn't know the relative timings. He's gone full command center super early.
It would be so massive for BC if he can just pick up that observer, because the moment Minigun sees 4 command centers, you know that all the chrono boost is going into the Nexus, and he's going to get an insane amount of probes. So Beasty, are you paying attention? Are you going to try to pick off this observer? Yes, he is paying attention. He's going to scan.
Yep. He sees one. Oh, man.
Wow, that's
he
so
only sees
good.
one of them. Very nicely done by BeastyQT.
Yep.
As you were saying, that's just so important because now Minigun still doesn't have any implications to actually start chrono boosting his Nexus completely. All chrono boost should actually go towards probes. Income tap is at 55 to 44. So Minigun does have technically a harvester lead, but because of the mules, each of those being 4.5 efficient SCVs per minute, you're looking at a plus 18 harvesters to that count. That's quite substantial.
He is chrono boosting both forges already, but if he only knew about those 4 command centers, he will only chrono boost upgrades from now on, because he knows that BC is never going to be aggressive in the upcoming 2 to 3 minutes, because BC is going to have to wait quite a bit. BC just dropped both engineering base as well, so he's obviously going to be behind on upgrades, but he's still going to work on 2E base, so at the end of the day it should be okay.
It's really interesting. Minigun still hasn't taken his 5th and 6th gas. What do you think about that, Roger? I'm not trolling here.
No, he's going to take him right now because I think that was a good observation. I don't think that he was aware of the fact that he didn't take them immediately, or maybe he just want to get some extra minerals because he's not really investing in super heavy gas units yet. So he just thought, I'm going to enjoy my super sick economy, then I'm going to drop both simulators and I'm going to add some more gateways, which is actually what he was doing. BC is going to pick up another observer, I think.
Yeah, I think so. No, he just walks directly over. The Minigun obviously knows everything that's going on. This is pretty late, though. This is like a minute late. The Marines should have been out at 9 minutes and 40 seconds rather than 10 minutes and 40 seconds. And look, you even see the observer going back, too.
At least I thought he was going to see it.
Yeah, he has so much excess mana in his command centers. He could definitely kill that observer. It's a worthwhile investment.
Minigun right now at 77 probes. He hit a small supply block and he made 5 pylons at once, so that's going to be the last supply block that he's going to hit for a little while. He's getting everything, he's getting blink. Scan goes down, he is going to lose that observer. There's only 1 robotics facility on the map, so that is really a little bit annoying for Minigun, because that was also the only observer he had, so he's sort of blind now. He does have this pylon, which is always a nice scout.
Yep. I
guess drops, that is. Templar Archives is going down as well. Minigun is just getting everything.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to actually approach this, since BeastyQT has been hindered in the beginning phases. Like, he just hasn't been able to get his starport fast enough, his double upgrades fast enough. Now he needs to get the armory, ghost. There's just so many gas-intensive things. You can't do that off of 4 gas. Now finally taking his 6. So he will be okay, but still, it's going to be really tough.
Minigun is really far out of position because he lost all those observers. The scan kind of gives it away, though. And Minigun is going to be aware that BC is indeed on the north side of Daybreak. I really do hope that BC is going to drop all the mules at his new base, because he's been dropping so many mules already, and it's main and natural that he's going to mine them out really quick if he keeps dropping mules there.
Yeah. It's interesting. What do you think about the Warp Prism in this period in time? Because I personally love this Warp Prism play. As soon as you get 3 Colossus, make sure you're utilizing your robotics facility. But what are your thoughts on that?
I like it as well, but I think it's going to be a lot more scary when there's actually Charge or Storm for that matter. And I would love to see him get Warp Prism speed as well. Certainly when you have this much money. A couple of Stim Marines are going to run into this exposed base of Minigun, so despite Minigun picking off a couple of SCVs on the right side, BC is doing the exact same thing. I love Warp Prisms too, there's absolutely no doubt. I think every Pro Tool should love Warp Prisms. Right now it's not really super scary yet. Well, Hero Marine over here for Beasty.
Jesus, BC is like on top of everything. And 2 Zealots will be just warped in right there, but there are a lot of Vikings right around the corner. Now, Minigun really should not be thinking about pushing out any time. That's why this Warp Prism, I think, is so powerful, because you're doing this tech switch, and then obviously, well, I guess not so powerful since it dies immediately. But, I mean, he right now needs to buy himself like a couple minutes just to get his High Templars up, and, you know, with obviously the necessary upgrades.
I would really love to see Minigun drop a High Templar in each space. He should definitely have the resources for that. Instead of just keeping them all together, it would make it so much more scary. Once more, a couple of Zealots are going to run into this exposed mineral line of Beasty. And Beasty is very much out of position as well. And the exact same thing is happening on the other side.
Yeah, really nicely done by both these players. I think Minigun is actually going to take the better end of the stick, though.
Right when Minigun is going to defend that base, Beasty wants to steam in and take out this Nexus, but Minigun is aware of that.
Definitely not going to happen. Now that High Templars are out, it's going to really push and emphasize the Ghosts coming out from BeastyQT. Right now, Minigun, though, has a pretty marginal advantage in supply, and the first engagement is going to happen right here.
There are a lot of Vikings, though. That's the only thing that works.
Oh, no! BeastyQT losing all of his units. GG. Wow. There is. That's just simple macro, man. From the beginning, it's his gas is literally being torn all over the place. I'm not even kidding.
No.
Because when you delay your gas by that much, your upgrades are gone. Like, you don't have the ability to get your Medivacs, your 1-1 or 2-2, whatever it might be, your Ghosts, and your Vikings. And when you have to spend like crazy like that, you're not capable of just getting the production facilities to do all that.
I'm so surprised though that BC wants to go for the triple orbital on such a ninja position. Like, Daybreak is not really the map for that. Even this scout was very unfortunate, but you know, normally at the 9-10 minute mark, there's already a probe going there. It's going to drop some pylons around the map. He's still going to find it. Like, if you would do it on a super big map like Whirlwind or something like Crevasse, you know, where it's hard to really scout every single base, it makes a lot more sense. Daybreak, despite being sort of a large map, is also a very small map in many ways. And Ninja expand.
Especially with BeastyQT's caliber, I mean, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He really doesn't have to do that. He can just go and play it very, very standard, and he's in a great, comfortable position. But I feel like this was a very simple build order loss. Yeah. And it's crazy to think that.
Yeah, but he called it up on himself.
Yeah,
it wasn't even.
But it's crazy to say that it's like 8 minutes in the game, 7 minutes into the game, and you would consider that build order loss. But absolutely, it's you lose that command center, it gets scouted that early, and it's almost impossible to come back from there. Well, if you play it perfectly, of course. But
Minigun did it well as well. He had a good read. He didn't like play overly safe. He just got everything what he wanted. He was still safe because of the way Beasty was playing, but he wasn't taking any unnecessary matters. He got everything out. Got the Colossus, a lot of gates, chrono boosted out a lot of probes, had a very good economy, even took a forward base on the right moment. A couple of Zealots on the right bottom side were very well done, but it was a very simple game for him after he saw that first
he got the invincible army, and he goes, pushes, and it was done. So very nicely played by Minigun, and he will now take
the Gauntlet. I don't have to say it, but I want to say it.
All right, we're gonna come back with our next opponent. I do not know who it is just yet.
No, but there are a lot of good players in the channel. I know that Xlev really wants to play. He's like, put me in, coach, I want to play. So will Xlev get picked, or is he going to be that one kid who they say, it's nice to have you on the team, but you're better on the bench? We'll see. So guys, stay tuned. 1 minute break, and we'll be right back with more Gauntlet action at NASL.